Hi, I'm Gracie, and I've done Fashion Machine twice over the course of my life. In the training, you learn hand sewing and machine sewing, applique and reverse applique, beading and reverse beading. That's a joke, there's no reverse beading. By the time it's time for the show, you'll know how to ruche, gather, cut, upcycle, and run with scissors. Don't run with scissors. If you do run with scissors, do it like this. Do not try that at home. The adults that work on Fashion Machine are really great. They'll teach you how to do something and then they'll let you figure it out. So for adults coming to see the show, if you're worried about getting your outfit cut up potentially, don't worry. When you show up, there's two stickers. Either the I'm in sticker, which means you're ready to get completely changed outfit-wise, or there is the chicken sticker if you don't want to do that. So there's the interview portion. You get to ask a whole bunch of questions about what things that they like, what they don't want done to their outfits. Like, you're allowed to have limitations, like you don't want your stomach to be showing, or you don't want your shorts to be too short or something. And then there's Ready, Set, Sew, where everyone gets started. And the final 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is when everyone's trying to finish up their last few stitches and people are chanting and cheering them on. And then everything finishes with a massive fashion show where the adults have to put on the clothes and everyone gets to look at the kids' work and see what they've been working for an hour on.
I had no idea what Fashion Machine was originally, but the first day that we started doing it, and the first day is all hand sewing and very basic intro stuff, but to see the way that kids, some of whom were very experienced sewers and some of whom had never touched a hand needle in their lives, just took to the material and really embraced the idea that they were going to get to cut up somebody else's clothes and be a designer was amazing. So the way I see Fashion Machine is it's giving kids their own voice. It's giving them a sense of agency and a direction over their lives and a way that they can contribute to their community. They get to be creative and have that power, and that's not something I ever thought I had as a kid. So it's nice to be able to give that and pay it forward.
What I like most about it is watching kids take risks and watching kids try something new and watching them become more independent and more in charge of themselves. When I was a kid, I was a really perfectionist kind of kid, and I see myself in a lot of the kids sometimes, and that quality can really hold you back and stop you from trying new things and trying different things and making mistakes. And making mistakes are one of the best things we can do to learn and get better and push our creativity. And I think a lot of kids get hung up on trying to make something perfect instead of trying to make something interesting. And that's the thing I try to help the kids with the most, is helping them to take risks in a safe space and to help them lighten up. You know, most stuff in sewing and working with clothes, most stuff we can undo. We can always work with what they do if they just are willing to take a risk. Sometimes their grandmothers will come, or their parents, and say, like, wow, this really changed my kids. They really seem like a different person from when they came. They were so shy. I know Pamela was talking about agency, but it's really true.
When I heard I was going to be working with young children, as young as 8 and up to 14, I thought, what a great opportunity for me to teach children how to use a new tool, especially a sewing machine, when all the tools out there are so different for young children. And I, as a young girl, loved to sew, but I never had the opportunity to have a sewing machine. And I come from a world where I learned to sew and I learned to tailor, and then I went to university later in life and I learned how to design. But most of all, my experiences as a parent with children, as a foster parent, and I felt I had something great to bring to the table. And Fashion Machine had something to offer me. Wonderful young children who weren't afraid to take a chance and come through that door, as I did, and I'm just having the best time working with the young people, and they get a chance to be creative and to watch them sit at a sewing machine, and just, it's such a new tool, and I'm watching them now grow and change as I grow and change with Fashion Machine also. So yeah, it's a great moment for me.
about presenting Fashion Machine? Here's what you need to know. Scam artists generally work with about 28 kids. However, in the winter of 2017, they are attempting a version with 100 kids. This test run of Fashion Machine 100 will have its debut in Cardiff, Wales at Chapter in August of 2019. Fashion Machine artists need to be in your city 7 to 10 days before the show. The 12-hour training program is best spread over several days. This is how our brains learn. We need time to absorb the lessons. We also go home and practice. The company travels with 5 artists. The entire show fits in suitcases, which the artists bring with them. You provide basic lighting, sound, projection elements, and a space big enough for the show. The show plays out like an art installation, more than a traditional theater piece, so the audience is encouraged to mingle and to move around. So, if you're looking for a show that teaches new practical skills, that gets everyone off their phone for a while, and that truly gives kids agency, Fashion Machine is it. It is so empowering.